Meow meow. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to the Metro East Unitarian Universalist Congregation. Hello to everyone watching remotely. This is a welcoming religious community, and we are so glad that everybody is here. I'm Sarah Johnson, and my pronouns are he and him. And I've been a member here since 2006 or 7. I am just here as a member, as a participant, as a human who craves community. The MEUUC is located in Glen Carbon, Illinois, spiritually led by the Reverend Dr. Claudia Hall. We gratefully share sacred space with the Edwardsville Masonic Lodge. We welcome everyone to this home of comfort, spirit, justice, and hope. We are Unitarian Universalists. We begin this service prelude with Joy Half playing, and also I just want to encourage everybody, this is a sing-along and participatory sort of service event to get a jump start on the Christmas season. Okay. Here we go. Good job. That was good. Okay. An important ritual in the Unitarian Universalist faith is the lighting of our chalice. Unitarian Universalists have many different interpretations of the flaming chalice, including the light of reason, the warmth of community, and the flame of hope. If you're watching elsewhere and have a chalice or a candle, please light it now as we all join in saying the unison words projected on the screen. Please rise, and as you are willing and able, to sing our next song together, Deck the Halls. Okay. As part of our weekly worship service, we take this time for an expression of joys, concerns, and sorrows. This is one thing that will not change. Home for us means a place where we can each share the things that weigh us down, weigh down our souls, or that fill us with joy, where we and where those we love surround us in good times and in turmoil. If you'd like to recognize a joy or a sorrow or a milestone, you can come forward and place a stone or several stones in the water bowl to represent your joys and sorrows. There are stones here at the front, starting at the back. I invite you now to come forward and choose a stone and place it in the water. It's a symbol of what you carry in your heart. Let us be in the spirit of prayer and meditation, and be mindful that there is an extra barrier of some Christmas things up front that I'll explain later. Just be mindful, it's a little different today. So our story for all ages is gonna be a song that we might all know, right? All of us. Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you know the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, that very shiny one. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it. So good. I'll sing the kiddos out. Okay. So they're reading by some. Yes, I didn't. This. Okay. I will be that someone. And for the readings, I'm getting everybody in the mood because we're channeling Christmas. If I could magically do a meow meow meow, our Christmas tree is right here, and we've got things, everything. Like imagine Buddy the Elf had come in last night and hooked us up, right? So here's a couple of my favorites. No man is poor who has friends, and that was yes, yeah. It is best to share Christmas cheer, to sing loud for all to hear. Yes. This one might be a little more obscure, but we should hang out if you know it. To me, to say the world is getting too small, I say there's kindness and room for us all. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Emmett Otter. Please do watch that. Okay. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. It's my holiday favorite. And this is my last little vibe here before I launch into my sermon. It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace, and I wish I had a river I could skate away. Sing it, sister. Okay. So driving around and seeing folks decorate the outside of their houses like red and green discos brings me an enormous amount of joy. I mean, who doesn't love a disco, first of all? And a disco house, I feel like its soft, colorful lighting makes everything better. The gays have known this forever. At least it makes things more fabulous to have sparkle things everywhere. And I'm an earth-loving, spiritual atheist who loves Christmas. I have been in a lifelong love affair with this winter holiday. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not to put the Christ back in Christmas kind of Christmas. It's more like snowy disco balls, hard candy Christmas, bright blue and silver Christmas, solstice fairies, Hanukkah Harrys, Rankin Bass Isle of Misfit toys. I wish I had a river I could skate away on, Hallmark Channel, gluttony of food, that holiday food, that once a year food, the over-the-top appetizers, the over-the-top food, regifting, white elephant gifts, the wrapping paper, the cookies, the cheesy Christmas movies. My gosh. Sweaters, though I don't like them, I love watching them. The Christmas vibe. I love it. I always have. Many of my core memories are filled with Christmases past. I really buy into that magic of Christmas. I have rituals and traditions. And really, as much of this staunch atheist that I am a hopeless romantic and a sentimental old fool when it comes to Christmas. Despite grief, despite changes, despite the landscape, I do Christmas. I claim it for myself. I'm a big fan, and I've incorporated my grief and my joy. It's like a fragile little origami Christmas wreath that I pull together and pull out every year. For some folks, it's the smell of wood fires, or maybe gingerbread, candy cooking, or sugar cookies, roasted turkeys, maybe spray cans pine, or Christmas extravaganza. I don't know what that smells like. Eggnog and bourbon. How I'm still a big. I've opened my. Okay, so yes, since, and it's for me like it's all those fabulous things that you would associate, but it's also the um, pungent smell of oil refineries, the initial fumes of what a kerosene heater smells like when you light it inside a house, the sweet smell of White Shoulders perfume, a classic for white trash ladies all over the planet. It clung to my grandma like her chihuahuas and her cigarettes. It was like a scented shawl, and it clings to my Christmas memories. The backdrop of my formative Christmases was nestled in the armpit of Texas in a port town called Channelview. It smells like oil refineries, and the mosquitoes are as big as birds. It was the home base, and many of my core memories and secrets are buried out there in that sandy Texas ground. It was a childhood that was and orchestrated, built for a little boy, but orchestrated and created by a bossy little girl that happened to be me. My grandparents had an old white shotgun house with plank floors and a big old thin picture window. The family room stunk of kerosene, that kerosene heat that would burn it to the ground when I was about 11. It was replaced by a brand new double wide trailer that sits sagging there today. Our first Christmas there was after the fire. After the fire was bittersweet. It was all fancy, like new trailer smell, but it didn't quite meet the expectations, you know? But we adapt, and we make new traditions like we do. We always make new traditions. My mama was a master at looking at the bright side of things. My God, she made it look so easy. So a double wide family Christmas was the new norm. Till my mama passed a few years later. And then it permanently shifted, you know, when the matriarch dies, kind of does that. Then it became my birth family, and now it's my maid family. My beginnings of Christmases in the 70s and 80s was typical of white Southern low income peers. We gathered at the matriarch's house. We sat on the plastic covered fancy couches. They were only used twice a year. We ate too much rich food that nobody could afford, cheap booze, plumes of cigarette smoke, cousins tripping over piles of gifts that sat on Kmart's layaway for way too long, till their daddies finally decided to not spend their check and they came in on it. The dusty and majestic tree with flickering lights and tinsel, that old kind that got everywhere. The center point. A mossy nativity scene that held space more out of routine as opposed to reverence in my world. The actual day was sprinkled with inappropriate fights over nothing to do with Christmas and drunken midnight card games, ramblings and secret confessions, songs and singing out of key, nostalgia in Christmas form. It's like looking to me in an old fashioned snow globe, except there's a little trailer in it and it's mossy. As I aged, these Christmases were my North Star, my firm holiday tradition. It was the same cast of characters, right? Christmas after Christmas for the first 15 or so. They all have a sweet spot that play over in my head like a good old Christmas movie. I adore it. Sharona and I made our own family, you know, we blended traditions. Now, she was never as much into it as the holiday and to the nostalgia as I was. I know if you knew her, you would not be surprised. She had different things that she liked, though, and her traditions were easy and playful. And they were like English, because she was English, so Christmas crackers and orange chocolates and Chinese food on New Year's Eve. She even started making roasties for our feasts towards the end. It was magical, and it was fun to move from the receiver of Christmas to the giver of Christmas with her. We did what we wanted to do, took the rituals that we liked, and left the rest like we always did. And when we needed to make new traditions, we did. One of the many ways that my grief has manifested after losing my mama and Sharona is I can't look at 26 years of Christmas decorations that Sharona and I accumulated in our lifetime together. One of the first actual gifts I gave to her was a pewter Christmas wreath with our names engraved on it. It was 1996, Baby Dyke Poppy marching into the Chesterfield Mall with a subversive act of getting a proud lesbian pewter ornament. 1996 was the first real gift. And I haven't been able to lay eyes on it in 3 Christmases, and I don't know if I'll lay eyes on it this one. We'll see. Instead of going and getting the ornaments, my lovely friend Lisa, I purchased a purple tree, a Halloween tree, that I then morphed into our Christmas tree. I just couldn't drag out the memories into the light. The ornaments were like before us too, right? From my childhood and her childhood, and then when we were together, and then before the kids. Our first Christmas, we decided to use the pack of ornaments and the tree given to us by Sharona's mom as placeholders. We filled it with memories of our own. She gave us a pack of ornaments just put in there. So each year, we replace one of her boring ornaments with one of ours to symbolize the year. And then when the babies joined us, we get an ornament to represent their year. It's a 3-dimensional photo album. It's like a ritual altar. The ritual of putting the ornaments on the tree is almost as important as the day itself, like Christmas. I'd done it with my mom and daddy early at home at Christmas. My mother would carefully unwrap the ornaments from the leftover Sunday paper from the Christmas, whatever, Boxing Day before year. She'd tell stories in the family lore. Sharona and I did the same with the kids. Every ornament has at least a small story. I mean, you know me. Some of them are very long and drawn out in detail. There's some broken ones from some of the harder years, and there's probably 1 or 2 that were just placeholders because it was too much. But it's our family's coat of many colors, and it's built for a tree, and it's full of fragile and strong memories. I suppose this purple, instead of green tree, now tells a story of a post-us, of a post-me. You know, time used to be marked by me and Sharona like before kids, and then, after kids. Then I think, before transition, after transition. And now we do before Sharona and after Sharona. That's how we mark it. But our after Sharona tree is different. She's flashy. She's not as heavy emotionally, but she's festive. And it's a dear box of new magic. I had my neighbor Lisa bring me a box after box of discarded auction items to deck my halls. She's a professional reseller. And apparently Christmas crap from your grandma's estate and garage sale does not sell. So she picks it up for me at like a couple bucks a box. Other people's discarded Christmas items. Vintage 60s through tacky 2000s. Snowmen, dollies, fake ribbon candy, Christmas Garfields, Christmas Snoopies, little embroidered hats. It all kind of smells like mothballs, maybe basement. But it's someone else's landmines, you know? I love the idea of saving things from the landfill. Reuse and repurpose. I feel like this is the most you thing in this sermon, right? Reuse and repurpose. Look at other people's ornaments. You don't need any new ones. Plus, I can focus on somebody else's life rather than my own, and I can make up little stories about maybe how that came into their life, creative like that. I highly recommend peeking into other people's Christmases. I was able to decorate and be jolly without the reminders. The old ornaments were like grief snipers in my tree, right? They'd be hiding there, and I'd be like, oh, remember you got me that when I was pregnant. That was our one when they went to kindergarten. How about that wedding ornament? Grief-shaped shrapnel in the form of like a Christmas tree. Ugh, tacky. So I made a new way. What I needed from the past I took, and I sprinkle and wove in new traditions, just as my mama and my daddy did, just as Sharona and I did, now me and the kids do. The collision of regular home grief is also blended with world grief and political grief. It's a little extra this year, right? For me, drowning out the controllable noise with my continued breakup with social media, my boundaries around news, period, and how I receive it and how I stay informed. Instead of what I would typically have done, which is what I've been doing. I'm going to go back to old times, right? If I could just watch VHS tapes and the TV sort of like flickered off at midnight, it'd be beautiful. But I'll make some new intentional traditions with my loves, my friends. So, I've navigated Christmases on the coattails of old ladies' discarded Christmas memorabilia, and lots of good food and friends, and lots of Christmas music. And it's folding it all together so I didn't lose any of the bits. Even the hard bits are worth it to keep. I know I'm going to look at those sometime. So I just say happy holidays and happy new year, and I hope it is a good one indeed. And I do know it can be rough, and so I did bring a box of discarded Christmas items. And it's in a Halloween box, which I love. And so in our grand finale, at the very end of all of this, we will be singing with Miss Dolly Parton after the next song. And perhaps while singing Rejoice Fully with Queen of Christmas, you could come up and get some things, and I know our tree needs love. And the thing with that is it can be a placeholder till as we grow as a congregation, more people put things on the tree and we keep growing. All right. So now it's time to rise as you are able for our second to last song. We tried on that. Okay. Who's going to pass the... So as Robin passes the offering basket, I offer the gentle reminder that this community of faith is supported by your giving. Stewardship is more than just financial donations, but it's also about donating time and talent to help our church. If you can't write a check, please help our church survive and thrive by offering your time to help make coffee and bring snacks, serve as an usher, serve on a committee, helping with worship. Please donate all you can with your time, talent, and treasure, and all are needed for our church to prosper. You may also mail your financial gift to the First Unitarian Church at Post Office 494 in Alton. Or you can give electronically through the Givelify or PayPal links at the church's webpage. If you're willing to donate your time and talent, please contact a board member and let us know what you'd like to do. Give what you will and what you are able, for you are a generous people.
This is a reminder, if you want to make a donation to the Oasis Women's Center, we have special envelopes for that. And then if you are a member and are making a cash donation and you want that to count towards your donation to vote kind of thing, we've got the envelopes for that as well. Difficult. Since when? You fooled me.
So it's this.
Yep.
Please join in this offertory prayer. May this offering equip us to inspire love and seek justice.
Yay. All right, put this over there. Alex, do you have any announcements? Come.
All right, bit of a strange announcement. My family will not be here next week.
Yes.
Yeah, so our speaker will also be running our technology. There will be documentation that's updated from the documentation that I currently have. I plan on coming here during the week before I leave and getting things a little physically set up because that is not as well documented. But that means that my family not being here, for those who don't know, means that our audio technician, video technician, and pianist will not be here. So it'll be great. It'll be fun.
We'll make this work.
Yeah,
so we got it.
It'll be so much fun that you won't.
Music is covered. I mean, you know, and Jamie and I are working the pulpit. I mean, we got this.
Yeah, and
we just need to set up.
Yeah, so
yeah, we'll get it. We need people to come early to help us set up. Okay.
Yeah. So like I said, we're gonna come early and set up some things. When I say early, like
like the tech stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to shuffle something. So
right.
So yeah.
So anybody can make sure we're here.
That'll be, like I said, it'll be fun, and then you'll all realize that you don't even need me. You got this.
No. No, we need you.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear.
All right.
Cool. I guess go to the next page. Something around there. Oh, sorry. That's right. We're waiting for you. Yeah. So breakdown. Obviously, after church, we'll have to set up next week. The 9th is our family fun night. I'm going to make a bunch of sugar cookies, and I have a bunch of things to decorate them with. So bring the kids. It is multi-generational, and the goal here is we'll bring some food. Soup is fine. Just keep it simple. And bring games. If you want to write your Christmas cards, I see Peg in the back there writing her Christmas cards. Bring it, whatever. It's just meant to be a communal event. That's all it is. Nothing special, nothing beyond just being together as a group. She'll bring the playpen. Woohoo! All right, good. So obviously you can see Claudia has got a course coming up for new members, December 9th or January 27th, to learn what it means to be UU. And then the contributions for Oasis, which we already talked about, need to be done by the 15th. Just one pointing out the highlights there. You can also, if you are using Givelify, you can go to Givelify, and one of the options is Oasis donation. So you can always do that online too, which I will do at the end of the service. Anything else in the community? Okay, well, there we go. So Christmas cookie exchange on the 24th. I'm not going to be here, so I hope somebody will be coordinating that. To do the Christmas cookie exchange. I know I've done it the last couple of years, which is why I'm saying that. So, Bible for Liberal Religion, January classes via Zoom. Next slide. Anna D's are meeting at Bontai in Edwardsville on the 5th of this week, 11:30. If you want to come talk to Sandy Shaner, nobody knows Sandy Shaner. I will introduce you. She's amazing. Suzanne's studio. She's having her event on the 7th and 8th next week. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then the men's are doing their lunch. Probably not Bontai, but hopefully, similarly. They don't know you. I know. They don't know till the morning. So if you're interested in going, you got to know somebody who knows somebody, right? And then I know that we already had last night, the warming center was started. And then and tonight and tomorrow night, correct? Okay. they make the decision for the night. I don't know, and then I know some of us are supposed. It is supposed to be cold tomorrow night. Right. Okay, I gotta check my schedule because I'm on team 3. All right. Anything else we got up there? Anybody else have anything they want to just share? All right, we're good. Thank you, everybody. Back to you, Sarah.
This thing gets the last thing. I invite you to join me in reciting as I extinguish the chalice. The light of truth in me. We are the keepers of this flame, so we meet again. Now, my favorite Christmas song of all time, at least since I was 10. Hard Candy Christmas from The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, which is a Christmas movie. You might not have known, but it is. And really, come look at this cool stuff.
I know, right?
There's a big doll. I mean, I love you, doll.